Good morning, pregame crew. How are ya? It is Monday, June 3rd, I think, 2024, me and dates. It is 6:23 a.m. Mountain Time, 8:23 a.m. Eastern Time. Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. I officially get started in 7 minutes with indices, commodities, crypto, movers, and shakers. Between now and then, I'm going to do an audio visual check and say hello to my friends. Hello, friends, and maybe take a few chart requests. Maybe. Hey, Dollar Tree, right on time. Hey, Shake and Bake, Tom, One Liner, Mal. Hey, Farmer Jonathan. Perfect night truck, thank you. Hey, Greg, Adam, Tess, Topher, Lori. Every time I see you type, good morning, you beautiful. And I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. I'm like, oh, shoot, she's talking to everybody. Kidding. Hey, Paula, Jill, Dollar Tree, good morning to you. Hey, Sir Fernando, Duke the Fool, Skyper. Okay, let's go back up to the top. Of course, GameStop will be a major point of discussion today. This is the game show, I guess. Ha, the game show. The kitty, Deep Value, I'm not going to say the bad word, he tweeted out last night that he has a very large position in GameStop. He has, I think it's $200 million stake in calls and commons as well, if I understood the tweet or what I've seen going around the internet, if I understood it correctly. So GameStop's on fire, squeezing the shorts. All right. Yeah, I like Shop. I like Shop too. We've been watching this monthly trend line. Look at that. The Bulls did it. We talked about this for the last, what was it, 10 days. We've talked about the monthly May candle and how important it was to salvage this trend line, and Shop did. So on the daily, they still have a lot of work to do. Got to get it higher low compared to 56.31 and change that trend. Plenty of room for a 4 hour higher low compared to Friday's low. Weekly downtrend. Again, bulls still have a ton of work to do. And then if we're going to get on the trend line train, we can't ignore this one. Well, that one's not as good. No, we can't ignore it. Thank you, Nugget. All right. So shop, I would be looking for a 4 hour higher low if you wanted to play the long and attempt to grab this monthly higher low here. Jonathan, you know I'll do anything for you. Of course, I'll take a look at it. On the weekly, plenty of room for a higher low. On the daily, plenty of room for a higher low. Don't like this blow off top. That's a pretty big blow off top with a 4 hour downtrend. Getting whacked by the hourly 50 MA with inside bars, currently plenty of room for an hourly higher low compared to 0.10008. I like that this has lower bear volume right here on this candle. This candle still has 33 minutes left in for it to close, but I do like the declining bear volume on this consolidation. So we'll see if we get that higher low and then higher high and a trend change to possibly put in that daily higher low. Success, it makes you a beautiful person. I love LSU's neck. Oh, the band when they play neck, it's crazy. Um, what player? Tyler Matthew, the Honey Badger. He said that he would pay a fine if the LSU band got fined for playing neck, the R-rated version, and he said he'd pay the fine. All right, PLTR, and then we're going to get started with the show. PLTR. PLTR got a double top with 22.17, 22.20. Man, what a juicy setup. Look at that. Double top, and then we're rejecting right at the daily 50 MA. That was a nice asymmetric risk to reward trade setup. When you just have that double top, you have the daily 50 MA, and essentially you have confluence. Not essentially, you have it. Gets kind of choppy on lower time frames. Those bulls need to push through 2220. And if not, I'd be a bear waiting to short that. But not if the market is screaming higher. I don't go looking for shorts 80% of the time when the market's screaming. It's just, I want to stay with the trend of the market, especially if it's a name that's heavily weighted in SPY or related sectors. You're liking cat. Okay, I do have time for one more before I start. We're looking for that weekly higher low on cat. I brought this one up last week, or I think Paula actually asked me about it, and then we discussed it. Need to get over Friday's high in order to start making some progress. Hey, Mark. Good day to you. Yeah, hit the like button, why don't you? There's this heart button, which I love these hearts. Let me heart myself. You can heart, and so we have that. Then we have the actual like button where you give the video a thumbs up, and I'd appreciate it if you could do that. All right, good morning. Welcome to the pregame show. This is who I am. Wait, that's not me. This is me. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community. We teach technical analysis here on the pregame show. It is a free show. I prep for a few hours, couple hours to a few hours every morning for this show on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. And I realized I promised y'all a speed round show, and I didn't do it. I've thought about it after the fact. So on a Thursday or Friday coming up, I owe y'all a speed round. If y'all want it this Thursday, vote 1. If you want it Friday, vote 2. So if you prefer the speed round on Thursday, put a 1 in chat. If you prefer the speed round on Friday, put a 2 in chat. All right. So I've introduced myself. Every time I say that, my name is Lori, pronounced with the Ori, Humpty Dumpty. All right, so we have 128 on the market environment dossier. We're well over 100, which means it's a back burner day. Friday's close was incredible, absolutely incredible. I mentioned to y'all that I had sold the house and we were moving, and I moved all weekend. So I did not catch the close on Friday, and what a killer close it was. That was just incredible. So the way that the May monthly candle shaped up, that green close really helped. We still have a potential monthly bull flag. They're allowed to play it success. They can play neck. They just can't do the X-rated version. You're a Clemson fan, and I like you, success. Night Truck, well played, sir. He said 12, so he wants a Thursday and Friday. For you, Night Truck, I just may do that. All right, let's look at ES. What the heck happened? We bounced from the daily 50 MA. I drew this, I think that's not the right word. That's not the right conjugation of that verb. Anyway, the right tense. I drew this, I believe, last Wednesday from the low of April 15th to the high of May 20th. And this is a potential weekly bull flag. And we talked about follow through. Yeah, it was Night Truck. He was asking me about what type of lack of follow through, like how much would I give it? And I commented I would give it down to 521375 because that keeps that weekly bull flag in play. And would you look at that? We bounced from the daily 50 MA and we bounced from the 0.382 area of that weekly bull flag. Now I want you to look at SPY. I bang the table a lot on futures, saying we get more information from the futures chart because it trades more hours in the day. It's more data, 23 hours a day, 22 hours and 45 minutes, 5 days a week, or something like that. Uh, we get more data. So look at SPY. We did not bounce from the 50 MA. It didn't make it there. But on ES, it did. And that's why I like looking at futures. Look at NASDAQ. Where do we bounce from? The daily 50 MA. Oh, now let me zoom in so you can see this a little better. Where did we bounce? We bounced from the 0.382 area, keeping a weekly bull flag in play, and we bounced from the daily 50 MA. Now, we're still looking for daily lower highs due to the size of this pullback. I would anticipate some type of lower high and possible EQ, but we have made enough room for a daily higher low. RTY is different. The Russell got a daily higher high. The Russell is different. So ES, NQ did not get daily higher highs, and I think it'll be tough to do, but the Russell is running. Why is the Russell running so hard? Because of GameStop, AMC, these small cap runners on these news catalyst is sparking, that's not the right word, sparking Russell higher. Plenty of room for an hourly higher low on a pullback, plenty of room for a 4-hour higher low. So if you wanted to play back burner trades, I think the Russell, as far as indices, the Russell is where I would focus. Dow is red. We talked about this daily lower high last week, and it's still the more likely scenario. Looking at XLI, it's the more likely scenario. XLY, the more likely scenario, daily lower highs. I think, is it XLV? Yeah, XLV. Here's where I typed it for the weekend video for members. So Dow, industrials, healthcare, and consumer discretionary are all looking at daily lower highs. So in consumer discretionary XLY, that's primarily Tesla and Amazon, and we know they've been heavier than others. So it makes sense that the Dow, which the Dow has a lot of healthcare names in it, a lot. There's only 30 names in it, but it is weighted in healthcare. So if we go back and look at the Dow on a pullback, we are looking for a daily higher low on a pullback, but on this bounce, I would be looking in this daily 50 MA area for a potential short. Actually, let me set that alert. Tell me when Dow gets to 39050. All right, VIX is turning slightly green, but we're in downtrends. On the daily, we're looking for a higher low. So the market is looking for lower highs on the bounce for SPY, and on VIX, we're looking for daily higher lows. We are in a 4-hour downtrend, and we're in an hourly downtrend. Hang Seng was green overnight. DAX was green overnight. Bitcoin, risk on, is what the bulls are saying. We have not gotten through 39536. We got a double top at that area. 69, did I say 39? 69536 and 69483. We have a daily double top. We have plenty of room for a 4-hour higher low on a pullback. And bulls don't want to get this little hourly higher high and then not get that follow through. So the reward favors bears as far as asymmetric risk to reward, bears shorting that daily double top, and for bulls waiting for a pullback to potentially buy for that 4-hour higher low. And I would be looking in that 68,000 area, 68,411. That was prior day high for a potential 4-hour higher low. Look at that squeeze. Beautiful. All right. Yeah, it's 6:37 where I am, and I do recognize I'm on a slight delay, so I think it's a 20-second delay. So just remember, if I'm calling something out in real time, that I'm 20 seconds behind you. You can look right here to compare our time to see how far behind I am. All right, so Ethereum is a little bit weaker than Bitcoin. This has a head and shoulders shape here with the left shoulder, the head, and a potential right shoulder. On the weekly, plenty of room for a higher low. On the daily, we don't necessarily have enough room for a higher low. But if we were to get a daily bear break of this, oh, this could be a setup. If we were to get a daily bear break here and get into like 3650 area and then turn, that can make this a weekly bull flag. If we get a bear break on the daily on Ethereum and then get a quick 15-minute trend change back to the upside, I would be looking at that for a long. I hope that made sense. Remember, what we're doing here is we're always visualizing the right side of the chart. We are historians. We look at the past. We look at the past to try to predict the higher or lower probabilities on the right side of the chart. Y'all know I like to call it the Taylor Swift blank space over here. That anticipation of the right side, oops, sorry, hit the microphone. I'm looking at probabilities. When I say the word predict, I probably should avoid that word because I'm not saying this is what I know is going to happen. I'm saying the probabilities align, and here's the more likely scenario. All right, dollar. Dollar is red. We're below daily EMAs. We got smacked at that daily 50 MA. We are inside Friday's range. On the next push up, bears could be looking for a potential hourly lower high compared to 104.767. I'm just looking at all time frames here because, yeah, we're pretty pinched right between the 12 and 26 EMA on the weekly. I just remembered something I didn't share with y'all. So on the next push up, bears will be looking for daily lower highs on the dollar. Back to ES, I wanted to show you something. So this is the daily chart for SPY futures. Oh, not that. Look where we bounced from. We bounced from the 50 RSI on daily. I share that a lot with y'all that I use RSI as a synthetic support. RSI 50 can be synthetic support if you're coming from above. They can be synthetic resistance if you're coming from below. Shout out to the guy I met at Costco yesterday, the trader. I hope you're listening this morning. You said you would, so thanks for tuning in. If you're here, say hi in chat and tell me what I was talking to you about, then I'll know it's you. Oh, Manny, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm using a headphone now. The candles are yellow for inside bars. So the yellow candles just means it's inside the prior candle's range. All right, gold. Gold on the weekly, we're looking for a potential weekly higher low compared to 2308.10. And on the daily, on a bounce, we're looking for lower highs. I'm trying to find the time frame I like best on gold. I was looking at this earlier. And normally it's the higher time frame that gives me the most clarity, which we are looking for a weekly higher low. On this hourly chart, we have bounced enough for a potential hourly higher low, and that correlates inversely to dollar, who's looking for hourly lower highs on the next bounce. No problem, Dollar Tree. Okay, on oil, I drew for you. Oh, I just cleared it out. Oh, I can do this. That's right. Nope, I already cleared it out. So last week I was pointing out this megaphone on oil. Oh, there it is. These higher highs without follow through and the lower lows without follow through. I drew this, I believe, last Wednesday. Yep, that makes sense. Last Wednesday, and I said, look for this little higher high without follow through for a potential short. I hope some of you got it, and I hope you made some good money. We're looking for a daily lower high on the next bounce. There was an OPEC meeting yesterday, and sometimes those fundamentals can just override the technicals as far as if it's super bearish news or super bullish news. I haven't heard anything of what happened if there was a big fallout at the OPEC meeting, but we are looking for a daily lower high. Oh, this is a nice equilibrium. Wow. I had not zoomed into the hourly earlier. That is a beautiful equilibrium. Lori, I love it when you say this child works hard for us. I don't get to hear that a lot. Someone calling me child. I love it. All right. That was oil. Nat gas is having a bullish day. There's a lot of uh, people who trade natural gas and they involve the weather in their analysis. And I just want to point out here we're up 6%. We're having a huge heat wave on the West Coast. So just kind of throw stuff like that out to simplify your technical analysis, like weather. It's not important. It is not important in that gas from my personal experience. All right, Apple, we've got 6 more minutes and I got to rip through 10 charts. We can do it. Apple currently is gapping up above that 192.57. Gap rules apply. If you're a TCG member, you can look under educational videos. I made the video in November, I believe, and just search for gap rules and you'll find it. And what we're looking for is if we hold the high of Friday and we turn and burn, that is a long signal. That is bulls preventing bears from infiltrating Friday's range. So gap rules apply on Apple. We're gapping up 193 and 192.88. We're right here at resistance. Now, if you wanted to take a cheeky short right at open against 193, I wouldn't fault you for that, but I would give it about 25 cents, like 193.25 as your stop if you're looking for short on Apple, because we do have a daily double top currently. So that could work. I love the word cheeky. I wish I could say it like the British say it. It's so beautiful. Okay, Amazon. Amazon has been weak. We've been talking about XLY, consumer discretionary being weak, and we have a potential left shoulder, head, and then potential right shoulder forming, yet to form. This is early pattern recognition. We are not gapping up. So take note. Last week I told y'all when bulls or bears are trying to do something and they can't, make note of that. It's just as important as what they do achieve versus what they don't achieve. Yeah, Amazon is just super, super weak. So Amazon is not gapping up. We have these other names, Apple, Nvidia, if they're still gapping up, they're gapping up. Amazon's flat as a flitter. Make note of that. So Amazon is weaker. So if you're looking for a bear trade, currently the way Amazon is behaving, this is the one to short. Nvidia up 3.44%, gapping up. We still have the new all-time high from last week, 1158.19 that we would have to get over. This is still a beautiful chart. Potential daily bull flag. Got an upgrade to $1,500 by Bank of America. And we have the stock split is slated for next Monday, June 10th, 10 for one split. And don't forget, we have FOMC the following Wednesday at noon. Next Wednesday, June 12th, we have FOMC. Speaking of econ events, I forgot to mention 9:45 we have S&P Global US Manufacturing PMI, and then construction spending at 10 a.m. So just remember we have data after the market opens. All right. So Nvidia looks great. I'd keep it on back burner watch. Tesla's not gapping up. So Tesla and Amazon go in a category of these are the bearish names. They're not gapping up. So if we have Apple and Nvidia gapping up and Amazon and Tesla are not, that tells you a lot about the chart. That's what we're looking at. We're looking at those names for potential top fish setups. AMC, let me go back to my notes. AMC, I'm looking for a back burner on AMC for 5-minute oversold during regular trading hours. Yeah, I'm looking for the 5-minute oversold bounce during regular trading hours on AMC and on Game. Game is going to give you all the volatility you need. If you are a scalper day trader, you're going to be looking for tightening ranges and stair steps. So this is how I'm trading Game today. I am looking at stair steps, tightening ranges, and back burners. So that's what we're looking. If you're looking to trade game, that's what you're going to be watching is these three types of setups. That's for me. That's my style. You may have Elliott Wave and pitchforks and whatever else. A shovel. All right, Nike. I love this chart. This is a beautiful chart. It is slightly red this morning, so it may not be ready for the daily higher low. Well, maybe it is ready. Maybe we get the consolidation back to the daily 50 MA around $93. But this is a very pretty squeeze, elevated bull volume. I missed this on the chart. Oh, today was dividend day. That's why it's down. Ah, that makes sense. Okay. So I like Nike for a pullback buy compared to Friday's low. I love this chart. That is perfection. All right, then Abercrombie and Fitch, I'm watching for an hourly oversold back burner bounce for a daily higher low. Let me turn my alarm off. It's about to go off for me to shut up. So hourly back burner on ANF, watching for that to be oversold during regular trading hours for a potential long. And then on coin is benefiting from Bitcoin strength. 4-hour higher low on watch. So on a pullback, I would like a 4-hour higher low compared to 219.17. All right, that's it for me. I got to go jump on the other stream for our members. I will be live in 10 minutes in the chat room. If you want to check us out at chartguys.com, that would be great. And y'all have a wonderful day and use stop losses.